guys just let me know whenever you're ready. Whenever y'all are good. I know, I feel late. I just ran to the back of the range and came back and I'm sweating so bad. I'm like, oh god, I have to get rid of it.
Got salt all over my face.
You don't look bad. You probably look better than I do. You definitely look better. Awesome. Welcome inside the press room here at the Walmart Northwest Arkansas Championship presented by P&G. Here with Ewing, our second most recent LPGA Tour winner. Got that third victory a couple weeks ago in Cincinnati. What's the last couple weeks been like once again an LPGA Tour winner?
Yeah, it was nice to get home last week and kind of recover, sleep in my bed, and kind of gear up for the final stretch of the season. Obviously, being here in Arkansas this week is really exciting. Somewhat near home, and a lot of SEC fans around here. Bump into more Mississippi State fans than a usual tournament. So excited to be here. Excited to feel like my game is coming out of a really good tournament with a win. So hopefully good expectations for the week and hope to see some success.
It was an emotional win in Cincinnati. You obviously have won now 3 seasons consecutively, but special someone showed up on the 18th green, your husband. I mean, what were the emotions after the win? I know we kind of talked about it right after it happened, but what were you feeling when you had a little bit of time to process?
Yeah, I think it was just in the moment, it was just overcome with emotions. One, because I felt like I had, persevered through a really tough year, and obviously this person that I talked to the most about it, he's gone through every piece of emotion that I've gone through the year, and then to just kind of see him there was a big surprise and shock, but something that I didn't really talk about in my press stuff at the end of the week was something that I had read leading up to the week. It was actually in a Bible study, but it was talking about how you can't plow a field looking backward. And that was just something that really resonated with me to apply it to my golf game. It's like you can't look back on what's happened in the first beginning of the season, middle of the season. All we can do is look ahead to plow the best field that we can. So that led to a really good week.
That's a really deep, positive thing, and let's look ahead. I mean, this week here in Arkansas, your 6th start, best finish T3 here. Obviously, played pretty well at this golf course. What is it that you like about Pinnacle?
Yeah, I think it's just a really pure golf course. I like that it feels close to home. Really good crowds, a lot of support. Kind of you have to get ready for a lot of the Woo Pig Suey, but it's a great atmosphere. It's great to see people come support. Obviously the Razorbacks, but obviously women's golf with the LPGA, and the course is always in great shape. The fairways are really pure, which I feel like leads to the best possible situation for lies and stuff and approach shots. So bent greens, I mean, it's just pure all the way around. So it's exciting to be back and feel somewhat close to home.
You said you obviously have met a lot of Mississippi State fans this week. I mean, how excited are those fans, or have they even mentioned to you about your win, about your good play this season, and really happy to continue to watch you play well?
Yeah, I had a gentleman that's followed me in previous years. He came out for 9 holes of the Pro-Am today, so it's good to see a familiar face. And usually my family gets to come to this, but I had a conflicting event, which, they hate to miss it, but always, there's things that come up. But, this is just a great atmosphere, a tournament that I look forward to every year. And the crowd support's great, and to see Bulldogs show up is even better.
Speaking of the Bulldogs, just talking before this began, the Bulldogs are heading out of town to another tournament. What was their reaction to your win in Cincinnati? I know they were kind of like joshing you a little bit, trying to encourage you to get that next win.
Yeah, so it was actually great. We drove down and stayed in Nashville with some friends on Sunday night. So I packed my stuff up and we hopped in the car, got to Nashville, and then we got up early enough the next morning. My husband needed to make it to workouts, which was at 1:30, which I was like, it'd be pretty cool if I just kind of showed up because they wouldn't expect me to be there. And so I showed up, and they were, great support and, really excited. Tried to get them hyped for a workout at 1:30. I did a little bit more recovery work than I did lifting weights, but it was good. Always great to have the support from them and family and just a ton of people. I mean, the LPGA, I think, is one big family, and just walking around this week, the congratulatory remarks and everything, it's just great. It's great to feel like, you've got friends as well as competitors out here on this tour.
We'll continue on, but if there are any questions in the room, feel free to step up to the mic. Just kind of looking ahead to the rest of the season, obviously this kind of kicks off, we're in a very busy stretch at the moment, but this kind of is really where people start to look towards, CME, start looking towards the Asian swing. Having that win now, what are some of your goals? I mean, I know, like you said, you hadn't been performing the way you wanted to finally get that win. Where's your ceiling now?
Yeah, I think I've always tried to keep a really good mentality, no matter what the event is, what kind of form I'm in. So for me, I don't really have an expectation per se. Like if I were to play X amount of events, I want to finish top 10 and whatever. It's more of, I feel like if I tee it up with a good game plan and give myself the best opportunity to succeed, then where I finish is where I finish. Whether that's 20th or, a win, whatever it might be. So for me, I think the win in Cincinnati kind of gave me a little bit more, I would say peace isn't probably the word, but more comfortable because I was not in CME leading into Cincinnati. So for me, I feel like I can go and just kind of try to perform at my best and then lead into hopefully a great week at CME as well.
What have you been, obviously you were hitting the ball really well, figured out stuff with your putting in Cincinnati, having a week off, being a little bit more refreshed. What have you seen from your game this week that's maybe carried over from Cincinnati or continued that really good ball striking?
Yeah, I think it's just, attacking this golf course with a good game plan. The greens can be receptive, but they can also challenge you to go at pins that you really don't need to, even with the receptiveness. So, playing this golf course several times, I feel like Dan and I have, had a pretty good game plan through the years. So it's just going out and executing that game plan and hoping to make some putts as well. Yeah.
How are you managing your energy? Again, like I said, few events left. This one, luckily, is only 54 holes, but 2 days of Pro-Am, obviously a lot of practice ahead of time. But how are you kind of managing your energy with just with the home stretch?
Yeah, I think this time of year, everyone's just kind of, doing what they need to do to stay in form. Maybe that is 2 hours of practice versus 4, whatever that might be for each individual person. I feel like I can trust in my ball striking. I can trust in my form and my game. It's just kind of, managing that strategy. When I show up to the golf course, I have, I guess, a checklist per se of this is what I want to accomplish. And if it takes me an hour, then that's fine. But I'm certainly not going to, with that closing stretch coming up, try to wear myself down more than I might already feel a little bit tired. But I've kept with a workout plan this year, which I feel like this time of year, previous years, I might be a little bit more worn down than I am. So I'm happy with how I feel and how my body feels with managing physically. So I think it's just kind of, mentally withstanding the rest of the year and physically just get myself to perform when I need to.
We will cap it off here with a fun question. Obviously, SEC football. We've got a big game on Saturday for this community, Arkansas and Texas A&M. It's kind of a leading question, but who are you picking to win that ball game?
Ooh, I do have some Arkansas friends. I honestly feel like it's going to be a really good game. I don't really pick teams unless it's my dogs. And then, I always hope for a good game. I like to see good football games. So, I guess since I'm in Arkansas, I, cheer for the Razorbacks. But I have to say go Dogs, no matter what.
We love that, and go Dogs indeed. Play well this week.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.